Hey, it's Steve from Miller Gear, and it's time to do the follow-up video for the Racing Brothers shocks that we put on the shop Sportster. So, if you saw the last video, we put a seat on this, put this nice scrambler style seat, and then the other thing is we had the 13-inch shocks, and we're about 3 weeks into the 13-inch shocks from Racing Brothers. We got these from Revzilla. And we put them through their paces. We took this bike from Brooklyn, where the shop is, down to Philadelphia, and then did a few other rides. Did a nice loop around the city, all the way around Manhattan and through Times Square with the decreased amount of traffic, and tried to get a feel for how these shocks behave. Also took it through some of the streets, the local streets here in Brooklyn, and if you're familiar with the area, the streets are terrible. Plenty of potholes. I mean, some could be lethal if you don't know where they are. Really, really bad street conditions here. Of course, we're not trying to hit potholes. It's extremely dangerous, but when you have no choice but hit ripples in the pavement, gaps, expansion joints, and things like that. You want to have the best shocks possible. We all know stock shocks in the Sportster are terrible. Either that, or you had an epidural and you can't feel anything from your spine down or something. So anyway, we put the 13-inch shocks on. We were able to do a 2-up ride to Philadelphia. I think that pushed the shocks to the limit. So I don't really want to comment on that too much. I think you just need to explore the preload. The other thing I want to point out, though, for all the rough kind of roads in Brooklyn and in Manhattan, I found at 180 pounds, 11 threads of preload is kind of perfect. It gives you about a 1/2 inch of sag, and that allows the rear wheel to drop if you go over a void like a manhole cover or something like that. So you do need that sag. You don't want too much sag, because if you're sagging too much, then you don't have enough travel in the suspension when you hit a bump. So then you bottom out too quickly. So anyway, the other challenge is finding the right damping settings. And I don't think there's a magic setting with these shocks. You're either going to have an around the town kind of slow speed rough setting, or you're going to have like the nice sweepers, aggressive riding setting. So you want to kind of keep track of both of that, right? So you're going to have a different amount of damping for around town, and then if you're going to go out into the country, or if you live where there's nice roads, say California, you're going to have a setting for that. So in the video, you're going to see first some footage with the preload set to 11 threads of exposed threads, and the damping set to 2 clicks of rebound damping. And you can see it's not going to be enough. There's not enough damping, and that means that the shocks, when we hit a bump, they're going to extend back very quickly. And I think the video shows very abrupt action of the shocks. So give it a look, and then come back. Shows you what 2 clicks does. What we wanted to do next is see if we increase the damping. Do we smooth out the ride? Do we get rid of that abruptness, that rough ride feeling? And so we bumped up the damping to 2 clicks more. So now we have 4 clicks total. And we rode around Brooklyn some more. And of course, we hit plenty of bumps. So check out the video now. And I think you'll see the shocks appear to be better behaved. So take a look. We've got 3 weekends of riding on the Sportster. The shocks, the Racing Brothers Bazooka 13-inch shocks are vast improvement over stock. And the stock shocks, to me, they don't even function. It should just be a hardtail. These 13 inches give you plenty of ground clearance, and they also give you really great handling. So when you do get to nice sweeping turns, or even tight turns, these shocks can handle it. You don't get any wallowing in the rear end. Because you're raising the bike up, you get increased clearance. And I personally was getting very tired of those feelers on the end of the foot pegs touching down. And I also didn't like the fact that they had to be there and they get caught in your pants leg and everything. So I even removed them from the bike. So overall, I really like the shocks. I think they were a good purchase. Are there better shocks out there? Perhaps, I'm not sure. But these certainly are doing the job, and they look great on the bike. And as you can see, they changed the stance from stock, and it gave me enough ground clearance that I could remove that feeler peg off of the foot pegs and be able to aggressively ride the Sportster, I think, the way that it wants to. So anyway, I'm trying to put this information out there to help you guys out. Hopefully it helps you decide to put some better suspension on your bike. It might not be the Racing Brothers shocks. Maybe you're going to put the Olin's on. Maybe you're going to put Legend. Maybe you're going to put the Race Tech. Who knows? But anyway, good luck out there, and stay safe.